it's working. Technically working. Okay. First stream, usually always weird, but we move, I guess. This one is just going to be me trying to make a to-do application, because apparently I've never made that, so that's interesting, I should say. Alright, I'm just trying to get ready. Test, boop, 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 boop. Alright. Alright, I mean, it's okay as is. Is there a higher quality? Not necessarily sure. Alright, well, let's get a notepad open. I'm going to be making a to-do application, and now I need to figure out what is involved in a to-do application. So I need to functionalities, view all my to-dos. I guess to add a new to-do entry, maybe view the to-do detail, maybe. So it's literally just view all the to-dos, view a detail, and add a new entry. So all of this connected to Firebase. What else? Oh yeah, using card view and using Google Material Design. Okay, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. So for now, I think I'm just going to get the dependencies. So card view dependency. I just Google most of this. Usually it's find that. Just gonna copy that one. Let's go into my Gradle right here. Let's paste that in. Right, I'm not gonna sync that yet. Let's see, Google Material Design dependency. It should give me the, right, there we go. Copy that and paste that in there. Get one more. So it's 1.2.0, I think. That's the 0.1. Okay. I'm gonna sync that. Give it some time while I figure out, is there anything else I need? Right, I need a recycler view. Oh no, that comes with the material design. Yeah, so I should be okay with material design. Wow, this takes quite some time. Jesus. Potato computers. Feels bad, man. Alright, we have everything. So now it's to work on the very first, would be viewing all of my to-dos. I want it to be, right, let's get XD open. How do I want this to be? What do I want it to look like? My UI designing skills is not ideal. You know what, actually, I don't have to do this. So let me just go to Pinterest. Right, and then let's see, to do app, no, mobile app UI design. I'll just get it from Pinterest. I don't want to be bothered. That is gonna take too long. A login? Why? I guess if you want to personalize it, I ain't about that. Nothing. Uh, okay. Can I not? Can you not? All right. To do app UI design. I mean, if I don't really find anything, okay, wait, this looks kind of okay. When done, it's faded. Then add in middle. I don't like it. But it doesn't look half bad. I don't like it though. It's just, is there anything better? Which one is this? Add new. It's like the dates. Okay, that's with dates. That's a little bit out of scope. I just need something basic. Some list view looking. Okay, this one looks okay. Oh wow, that's actually interesting. I don't know, if I have time, I'll just do the core functions and then see if I'm able to add some fancy stuff after. Okay, yeah, this is fine. I'm only gonna take these parts and I'm not going to take this, so we'll see. I don't need the bottom. Okay, I like this. It has a title. No, I'll just put the name and the due date, and then if it's done or not. No, but then how do you select that it's done? Swipe to done? I'm not exactly sure, but that would work. Okay, I think for now I'll just, let's see, should be here in the layout. Let's make a new one. I'm going to name this item would be to do entry. Nice naming. Alright, and I got the card view, so I don't need this anymore. Card view, how big do I want it to be? About 90 dp. So no, I mean that's okay, right? Wait, let's see this with Nexus. That's what I like. Minus that one. This here, come in here a little bit. Okay, so then we have that. Maybe 100. Just no, 90 is fine. And then I'm gonna use a relative layout. Match. And now for the main reason why we use a card view is that we get this, and then we can set the margin to be 5 dp. Card background color to be, whoops, I didn't set up any colors, so let's do that real quick. Alright, so we're gonna have black, we're gonna have white, so black and white, and then we're also going to have gray. Right, so then we have gray. The primary color, this looks like garbage right now. Alright, so I'll just keep you as white. So you're a little bit, looks okay right now. Yeah, good entry. And then we can close this. So first we need the view. The width would be 2 dp, and then the height would be 90, since that's actually 90 dp like so. And then we can set the background to be a color, and I need to get the color. I want it to be blue, so I'll just HTML color codes. Let's see, we have some yellow. Let's get that. Some serious background noise going on. Okay, so it's there, but by God, that's not. Okay, maybe something bright first. Let's start with something bright. Alright, 2 dp is too small. 4 dp is perfect. So then it curves just like that, which is good. That's good, I guess. Yeah, that's okay. And then I'm able to cut that out. I mean, I could, no, not right now. It would have an ID, but that would be later. We need a text view, which would wrap, and then this text Let's see, what would this text say? This would be name of entry. This is like a sample text just to see what it would look like. Yeah, that doesn't look good, but we'll fix that later. Name of entry, text size 18 SB, text style bold. Okay, so we'll have a bold like that. 18 is a little big, so 16. Okay, if it's 16 it shouldn't be bold. How about 18? I don't want it to be too big and it would clutter everything. Okay, yeah, 18 is fine. I'll just keep it as bold. Margin start to be about 20 dp, like so, which is perfect. And then we now just copy this, paste it at the bottom. So paste that, and then we'd have this ID would be named entry. Whoops, name. Click shift a lot, and I got that. Below entry name. Okay, this should not be bold. This should be a little bit smaller than the other one. So that's the due date, like that. Okay, actually I'm just gonna put this inside of a layout, which would wrap, and then orientation would be vertical. Yeah, let's just put that in. I mean, there's better ways to design it. You could use constraints, whatever, but like I can't be bothered. I'm just gonna do this. Actually, a lot faster, my opinion, for me at least. Let's see, margin start 20 dp, so it moves the whole thing. Perfect. And then we can now say center in parent. True, wrong thing, center vertical. Yes, so it just puts it dead center, which is what I need. I need this guy to be a little bit spaced out, so margin top would give it a 20 dp. That's okay, right? Maybe it's too spaced out. 10. Perfect. Alright, so that's just what it would be. We just store the name and then the what do we call it? The due date? Due date or priority? I'm not sure. I'll just keep it as due date. So due date, like that. And yeah, this is my item to do. So now I have to design the main menu to take a list of all those and then a button for you to be able to put that in. So I don't need this, and I want it to be a relative layout here, because then with a relative layout I'm able to declare a floating action button. Wrap, and it's over there, and now I can now set it to align parent bottom true, align parent end true as well, and then give it a margin of 10 dp. So it's already at the bottom, which is perfect. That's what we need. We just need to set an icon for this. So I can come here, get an icon from over here. So an add, I want a white icon. Let's just call that add. And we can now say source would be add. Perfect. And close that much. Maybe if I refresh this screen, it would load up. Alright, and then we can now have our recycler view right here, which would with match parent, it would wrap content. This would now be called to do list, like that. That's pretty much it. There's nothing else that I have to do except maybe, wait, let's see, and that it was blue, so I need to get that blue, maybe something lighter, not too bright. So this would be the primary color of the app, because now the color is kind of garbage, to be honest. The accents, what's a good accent for blue? Maybe a little red? I'm not sure. I'm not really a color theory dude. Something bright like that. Okay, I'll just do this. I don't mind. If it's garbage, it's garbage, man. Like, colors ain't it. Primary dark just has to be a darker blue. So get this and put it there. Find a darker blue, something like that. Or maybe just use black. No, black is fine. I'll use black for this. Yep, it's black. So now I should be able to set the list item. Let's see what it looks like to do. So it would be like this. Okay, that's already looking alright. I don't want it to always be blue. I want it to change depending on like the due date. The closer it is to today, it would be red, and then the farther away it is, it would be green. So if it's 2 days away, it's green. If it's close, it's red. That kind of stuff. This is gonna be a little bit challenging. Alright, whatever. We move. What now? I'm supposed to get that. Oh yeah, I need to run it to see how it would look. I can't run it with my emulator because I'm streaming, so I would use this BlueStacks, and for now I would close this out. Yeah, I'm already getting a warning. I don't have enough RAM. We'll see. Here's hoping the entire thing does not just crash on me, because then that would be very... Oh, I have this open. Anything else I don't need? Everything else is closed. Alright, perfect. Alright. You can tell by the way I move myself. I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. Okay, I'm just looking at social media on the side. That's gonna kill a lot of time. Alright, so this is connected and set up. Now I need to be able to view my so wait, let me just set up a couple to do's. Alright, let's do that down here. So let's say to do. So I have to view, get all to do entries from the database. To do would be select the entry and see its details. The details page. And then we also need, what else? For now I'll just use those two. Okay, so let's do the first one. We'll do this first one. Oh yeah, before that I always like to make an initializing function, so just initialize the views in the activity. So we make an in function, and for now we know we have two views. We have our recycler view, which we would call to do view, and then we also have a floating action button. I can't, okay. Floating action button, which would be add new, and then we just do those. And then we need to initialize these. To do is equal to find view by ID to do list, and then add new is equal to id says add item. Let's call it that. I didn't give it any names. Alright, let's take away this assistant so we can at least see this. He needs an ID, so down here I would just give it an ID, which would be add item, like that. So now that red's gone, we're able to do that. We now need to get the to do entries from the database. So to do that, let's see, so getting the entries from the database. So get to do list, alright, from DB, like that. We need a database reference since we're using real-time database, not Firestore. So Firebase database dot get instance, and now we stored it inside of, we will store it inside of, let's call this to do. Let's just do that. So inside of to do here, we now want to get my ref dot add value event listener new value event listener. Right, this function allows us to get information from this reference in the database. So if I come here, let's do a little console.firebase.google. Oh, right, so it's .con there, which is unfortunate, which should be .com. I'm using the wrong one as well. Oops. Right, let's see. Console Firebase, let's get that one. That means we don't really need this Chrome. We can use the other one whenever it decides to work. By God. Right, where is that? Do stuff. Alright, so if we come to real-time database here, we need to allow ourselves to use this. So create database, start in test mode. So for now, I'll just use it in test mode. I don't want to set up any rules or do anything. Okay, so what this is doing is it's like give me a what's it called, a database reference to this reference. So inside of our database, we would have an entry that would be like to do like this, and then in here we are getting all of the like data. It would be structured like, oh, this is the to do, and it would have a new to do, which would be like just a bunch of random text, and then in there we would now have the name, which would be this is a new to do, and then we would now have the due date, which would be in milli, so 1 2 3 7 4 5 5 2, like that, and then we add it. So when we read from this, we're just saying, oh, everything inside to do, which is like this, we want it. So when we add more, it would just add more underneath. It would add more, it would be, you know, above or below this, you know, something like that. So what I want to do is I want to loop through all of the items in the to do, and I want to display it. So what I can do is I can now, it's returning as a data snapshot. So I can say for all the data snapshots, which is a for each loop in Java, all the data snapshot inside of our data snapshot dot get children. So this will loop through all of the children, and now I want to do something with, you know, this snapshot value right here. So I can convert this into my to do object. So let me make that real quick. Just to be organized, I'll make a new package and I'll call this models. And then I'll make a new Java class, which I would call to do item here. So this holds string, which is the name, and then it also holds a long, which is the due date, like that. So we just alt enter to get this little menu, getter and setter, set them both, and then alt enter again, select constructor, and then select not constructor. Can't speak English. Alright, here I'm going to loop through all of it, and I want to add all of them into a list. That list is what will be passed into the adapter, which would then be used to populate this recycler view. So what I'm doing here is that I am getting an I can't even speak English. It's an iterable or whatever, and I'm looping through that, and I'm getting each object, and then I'm taking those objects and I'm adding it into my own list, which I'm then going to pass into an adapter, which would then be used to populate this view. So now I want to create that list. So I would call this, it's a list of to do item. So I would say to do item lists. I would just initialize that list in here. So to do item list is going to be a new array list, so it's not null. And then I would now add all of that. So I would say to do item list dot add snapshot. Now I can't add the snapshot like that because it's not a to do item object. I need it to be a to do item object. So I want to get the value of this snapshot, and I want to get the value in a specific type. I know that it's coming in with the due date and name, and that matches perfectly with my model, which is here to do item, due date and name. So I can just cast it inside of this parenthesis. I can say it's going to be a to do item dot class, like that. So now I'm able to add this into this list, and then I'm going to transfer this list into an adapter, which would then be used to populate that view. So let's make that adapter. So we'd come here, just for organization's sake, let's make adapters, the package, right click on it, new Java class, and I would say to do item adapter, like this. So this extends adapter here, recycler view adapter here, and then we need a view holder inside of this. So we would say public static class, whoops, to do item view holder, and this has to extend, of course, a view holder. And then alt insert, put the constructor, and then we pass this view holder into this recycler view adapter. So we would open up this right in our to do item view holder, and then we can click on this eyeball. Usually what I do is I just select the place with the red line, alt enter, it would show you the different like recommendations, and then implement the methods. So we need these 3 methods, and then we just select OK. So here, what these methods are doing, so this on create view holder, this is where we're going to inflate a specific view for our like item. So for each of these things here on here, what this like on create view holder is doing is that it's going to draw this card for every single like item in the list. It's going to draw that card, so we have to specify that here. On bind view holder, what it's doing is it's assigning values to the data in that card. So for example, this card right here, it's holding the name, and it's also holding the due date. So in here we're going to say, okay, for this text view we want to set, you know, value A. For this text view we want to set value B. That's happening here. And then the item count is how many items are there. So you would pass that by saying the size of your array list or your list or whatever. And then here is where you know, in what do you call it, initialize and instantiate those views. So let's make the things that we need. So private, we need a list of to do item, so we'd say to do item list, and then we need a constructor which would take that list. Let's just do it that way for now. We'll take that list, and now get item count, we want the size of this list. So instead of return 0, we would say return to do item list dot size, and then we get that. And now we can declare those 2 views. So private text view, so we can say name, so that's for the name, and then we would say due date, like this. So that's the 2. And if we want to initialize this, we have to initialize it inside of the constructor, right, of this class. So we'll come down here, and then we would say that the name is equal to item view dot find view by ID, and then r dot ID, and then whatever I named it as an ID. So we'll come here, let's find those, entry name and due date. Alright, so we know the name, alt enter to resolve that, would be entry name, and then the due date would be item view dot find view dot ID dot due date, like so, which is fine. Alright, and now we want to inflate that, and to do that we can do it using multiple lines, but I usually like to write it 1 line. We need to return this view holder, but we need to pass in a view for that view holder. So I would say we want a new to do item view holder, and to pass in the view we need to inflate that view. So I'm going to use a layout inflator, and I'm getting it from the parent dot get context, and then I'm going to inflate my layout. So r dot layout, and I'm inflating item to do entry, so item to do entry, and I want to put it on the parent, and false for attached to root, like so. Alright, forgot something real quick. Let me just go to the site. this it? Alright, this is it. So let's go in there. Well, maybe you're right. Back. Need to sort something out. Need to change my description real quick. Analytics. Right, we can go into the details of this. I just need to copy some stuff. Alright, here we go. So I take this, Control C into this part, edit this. Alright. And now let's save that. Okay, so I'm gonna add something real quick. A text. Shameless plug. There we go. Select OK. What do I want to text? Visit the link in description if you have an idea. Just select OK. I'll just put this here. Is that visible? Probably not. Let's put it somewhere that it would be kind of visible. Okay, yeah, perfect. That's kind of visible, I guess. I mean, not that visible, but it will do. Alright, we keep going. Okay, where was I? I've inflated the view. I need to bind the items. Alright, so in order to do that, we would say to get the name here, we can't just say name, right? It's not going to work. We want to get the name from this view holder. And this view holder is here in this parameter for this method. So we can call it by holder. So we would say holder dot, and then we can now say name. Now we can set the text of that name. And where do we get the name? We get the name from the list of to-do items that's over here. So we can get it by specifying the exact position in that list. So we can say to do item list dot get, and then we get the position from this parameter as well. So we would also say get position, and now we only want the name. So we get position and then dot. After we call to do item dot get, this is going to return just the object. So that we can now call the methods of that object, which has already been specified. Get name, set name, get due date, and set due date. And then we need the name for this one, so we would just dot get name, right? And then we'll just do the same thing for the due date, and then dot get due date, like so. Except this is not a string. This is a long. This is in a string, so we can say there's multiple ways to do this. Right? You can just use a concatenation and just do the double quotes and plus, or you can say string dot value of, and then it would now give you this extra brackets, and then you can now wrap it in that to get the string value of that long. So it would be as a string, which you can now use to set the text of your view. So the adapter right now is technically complete. So all we have to do is pass in this our list of to-do items which we're getting from the database into that adapter. So to do that, I would make another like a little helper method right here. So I would say volume is a bit low. Mother of God. Okay. Crank it up to 100. Let's go. Okay, no, it's not that loud. Whatever. Let's see. Setting. What's it gonna be called? What do I call this method? I don't know what to call this method. Populating. I am dumb. I'm populating the view. Alright, private void populate view. Alright, so we want to pass the list of our to-do items into that adapter. So first we need to initialize the adapter. So to-do item adapter equal new to-do item adapter, and then inside of this, bracket, we need to pass in the list, because in our adapter the constructor takes in a list of to-do. So we just pass that in here. So to-do item list, and that's pretty much it. We now pass this adapter into our recycler view. So we already called our recycler view up here, to do view. It's initialized over here, so then we can just say to do view is dot set adapter, and then we put that adapter. And now we also need to put in a layout manager, because nothing would show without a layout manager. I'm going to use a linear layout manager for that one, and that should do it. Technically viewing, oh yeah, I need to call this method whenever we launch that activity. Alright, so technically it should work. I should see my to-do items on screen. So let's see. It's gonna take a while. Oh, whoops, what's going on? Google service to JSON plugin cannot be found. Oh right, I am unable to do anything without that. I need this JSON file, and that's about it. So I'll show in folder. My downloads is a little bit messy, so just copy this, come here, switch to projects, open this up, select app, paste. I don't need these. Select OK, and close that out. Alright, perfect. So go to Android. Let's try again. I might need to toggle some more. I guess the rules allow me to mess with it. Hey, let's see. Yeah, okay. Everything is fine. Everything is okay. Everything is alright. Is it done? Alright, it's done. Okay, so we can see our to-do item. Perfect. 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 Does kind of look like garbage though. How do I make this look nicer? This blue is better than this blue. Maybe a little bit bigger. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, functionally it works. That curve is too much. So let's change this. The corner radius to 5. Make this maybe like 100. Let's minimize this spot. Yeah, maybe that would work. So 100. And use this color as the primary color. So Control D, Control slash on that one. Control V for the primary color. Doing little tweaks here and there just to make it look nice. Sir, that it is, I guess. It look nicer. Goddamn. Okay, yeah. So we have this to do, which we just hard coded in here. This is a new to do, and then this is the due date showing right there. I need to. Alright, so now we just work on adding. So we gotta work on adding it. Let's go back here. Let's close out some things we don't really need. Right, so this fab needs a function. So let's do opening the adding activity, I should say. So private void add button here, and then I would just say start activity, new intent, this, and then add activity dot class, and then we pass this in here. So add new dot set on click listener v pointing over using lambda expressions, add button, close that. What's wrong? Expected a curly brace? Why? Let's put this space in, enter, enter, and then close it. Okay, you can't use lambda, so I have to increase the level to Java 8. And now I need to create this activity. So new activity, empty activity. I'm just gonna call this add activity, because here, you know, add activity, that's just what this was. So I'm just making the activity here. Right. What now? What now? Let's set a linear layout with vertical orientation, and then I can now set up the name. So this first one would be the edit text. Alright, so match parent wrap content. You need a padding of 10 dp, so I need edit text that I can see. Then hint would be enter item name, I can't even see the thing. God damn. Right, text color black, text size 18 SB. Let's try putting in a text. This is text, and put that in with match parent high wrap content. What's good? What are you doing? Alright, whatever. Whoops, the whole thing crashed. Alright, I need a day dialog, so date picker, wrap. I think it's okay. Let's gravity center perfect, margin top 20 dp. ID would be date picker, and then time picker. Actually, you know what? No. Actually, no. Let's not do that. Let's use another one. Let's say edit text and then match and wrap, and then this hint would be select the set due date, like that. And then down here we would now have an image button, wrap. You know what? Actually, 0 dp. Let's use a layout weight. This would be 9. Layout weight of 1. So it's like, yeah, because this needs to be inside of its own linear layout, which is match parent wrap content orientation horizontal, and this much. God, I hate XML design. I could just do a better way, but I can't be bothered. Margin top 20 is 10dp. Right, perfect. So height match parent. I need a calendar photo. Can I give you two? A little bit bigger? Yeah. Nice. Okay. Now I can just get that from here. Let's go to drawable. New vector asset. Calendar. Perfect. Maybe this one should be black. God damn it. Oh my god, I can't even spell calendar. Perfect. Source would be calendar. Jesus Christ, that looks like garbage. Background would be white. And then we have the calendar button, which is just there. These guys just don't have a background, huh? Okay, and then we can have a menu that would say save. I don't know why it looks like this. I don't want to design the whole thing. God damn it. Okay, so let's see. Margin and is about 10dp, right? So let's just give it a white background. And give it a white background. And then height is 50dp. And the height is 50dp. Alright. Let's organize those lines. Alright, they also need a padding of 10. And this guy needs a padding of 10. Alright, so I don't need this anymore. That should do it, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna test it to see. So this button, I should click on it and then I should be able to pop open the ad page. Dear God, it's raining. It's cold. I'm just cold as hell. Alright. Perfect. Oh, I don't even have the back button. Okay, let's set that up. So initializing the views and the activity. If I get support action bar is not equal to null, then get support action bar dot set title. So we want to say add a new to do item, and get support that set display and then true. So then to allow the button to work. So setting up the back icon click functionality. So then we need to override on options item selected, and then if item dot get item ID equal android dot r dot id the home, we want to super dot on back pressed like that, and then we just call init up here. And then we now need to get access to those edit text. Edit text, and I would say name and due date, and then midge button, which you would say set date, like so. Perfect. I need to disable this, so you can't click on it, but you can click this button and it would pop up the calendar, so you can see the calendar. Right, let's initialize those views. So name is equal to id, bruh, id that it's not even called entry name. Do they even have IDs? No, they don't. Right, ID would be item name, and then this would be id item view date, and this would have an ID of calendar button. Perfect. So item name due date is equal to item due date, and add calendar button. Alright, there we go. Perfect. So now I know that when I click this one, I want it to show me the date picker thingy. I want it to show me a date picker. How would I make that happen? How to make that happen? I would need a date picker dialog, and then I would need to start that date picker dialog when I click the button, and then I want access to the time it would select, but in milliseconds. I'm not sure if I can set it in milliseconds. That's the main concern, because I'm only selecting the day, not the time, unless I collect those two and then I combine them. I could try that. Just select those two and just combine it. Okay, for now let's just try opening up a dialog. So I need a date picker dialog, so I would say date picker dialog, date picker dialog. Right, and now I want that when I click this. Okay, so let's see. Getting the due date. So private void get due date. Date picker dialog is equal to new date picker dialog, and I need it to. It needs a context. This. And then new on. Right. What in tarnation is going on? Oh boy. Alright. Could be better. I have no idea what's going on. Let's see. So private int year. See that yet? No, right. I need a calendar. Calendar is equal to calendar get instance. And then from this calendar, I want the year, the month, and the day. So calendar get. Month, and then I need a day. Day of month, like so. Oh, they want me to do it in lambda? Alright. Why not, right? This is garbage. Alright, Lambda, like that. Stop messing with me. What did I ever do? Okay, so in here, need to check some documentation for how the date picker dialog works real quick. Let's see. Alright, so inside of that, do your logic that happens there. Why do I need that then? That's weird, because here I pass year, month, and day, and then it stops breaking. But why? I don't know. I don't know, man. The freaking, what's it called, documentation says to do it, so I'm just gonna do it. Like, whatever, dog, go away. Enter. Oh Jesus, that's so bad. Okay, there we go. Do my logic here. So what I want to do is get the date and pass it into this field so they can see what date that they've picked. So I know that field is due date. I don't even understand fucking dialogues, man. This thing is just kind of all over the place. Want to set the text, so we want to put the day first. So day of month plus, put a slash and plus again, and then we're passing month one. Oh, whoops, month one, and then plus another slash, and then year one, like so. So whenever we click on this set date, so I would say set date dot set on click listener, come on, no autocomplete, get you date. It needs that anyway. Okay, I didn't think it would, but it does. Oh wait, no, it won't need it if I make it like expression. Easy. Okay, so whenever you click on this, you would see this. Right. Let's test that out. It's already been an hour. God damn. Oh wow, bam, bam. Oh wow. Oh god. Oh, I didn't even make it show. Damn it. Date picker dialog dot show. Bro, I can't spell. Alright, did show. Hello everybody. Hello. I'm trying to make this work, but sometimes my brain go brr. There we go. I can now select a date, go into 2021, and then select December 31st, and then select OK. And I see that. Perfect. Now I need the text color to be black. Oh, Jesus. So we can set the text color to be black. Perfect. So now this would show me the text color. I can change it whenever I want. Right? It would update it over there, which is perfect. I also need the time as well. So after they select and they click OK, I wanted to open up the time picker dialog as well. Is there a date time picker? There should be a date time picker. Bro, why are you frozen? Date time picker dialog Android. Alright, bro, never mind. I'm sorry. Jesus, I'll just use the other one. Date time picker dialog. Android date time picker. I wonder if there's something like that. Android date picker dialog and time picker dialog. Okay, so they're not the same. You can't like have one that does all. Button date picker, that's set on click. Date picker dialog. Yeah, okay, so you can't set the time. How do you make them set the time then? Jesus. Because I want it to run after this is closed. Where is that function? Here. So date picker dot show. Man, I'll just omit like adding a time because I don't have the time to sit here and try to figure out how to make that work. But for now, we can input a name. We can select a date. And then we can save. So I need to add that menu item right there. So I need a new package menu, and then new menu, which would be menu add. So item ID, save, title, save, and then show as action always. That's pretty much it. So then here we need to inflate that menu. So on create options menu, so then we can just say get menu inflator dot inflate r dot menu add into the menu. I can't be bothered to do anything else. Alright, and then else if item dot get item ID is equal to r dot id dot save, then save function called here. Alright, so we need to check if they filled in the name or not. We don't want to just have it there, so let's just make a new helper package. So new Java class, and then we would call this just a helper class. So we would have a bunch of public functions. So public boolean helper.valid input. It takes in an edit text, and then we want to check. So we want to return if the edit text dot get text dot to string dot trim that equals that. So if it's not equal to that, is true. If it is equal to that, it's false. So we want to do that twice. So then we'd say public boolean valid input. We're just overloading this function. Now it takes in edit text, and then it takes in another one. So then we just say return valid input edit text and oh boy. Right, so here's where we validate add item. So private void add item. So we want to add the item since we're getting the, what's it called, we're getting the name and we're getting the due date. So we can say database reference my ref is equal to Firebase database that get instance that get reference to our to do. I think that's what that's called. Yeah, to do. And then we want to get a new key. It's going to be myref.push the get key, and then new key. Whoops, myref.child, then new key dot set value, and then we want to pass in the object or hash map. But for now, okay, I can't do that unless I pass in the object. All right, let's make that object. So we would say to do item equal to new to do item, and then I would say item dot set name to be in the name dot get text dot to string dot trim, and then item dot set due date to be due date dot set dot get. Bruh, why are you down there? Dot to string dot trim. Perfect. Okay, so that's not fun. Long dot parse long. Delete that and open that. That's not fun. That's actually not a long because it has the slides. I was planning on saving the time in milliseconds, but I ain't got the time for that, so I have to change it now. Not fun. So string due date, and then just delete this too because I don't want to write it myself, and just set that there. Voila, now it should work perfectly fine. The only problem is reading it. This changes a lot, and also the adapter changes. So here we go. It's already a string of a string. Funny. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. So then we're now passing in the item, and then dot set add on new void. So on success, go back to the main activity. No need to check on failure because I'm lazy. So here we do the validation. So helper equal new helper. So if helper dot valid input, and then we're passing in the name and the due date. So else, bruh, what am I doing? Okay, so all fields not filled. Then we want to toast, and then tell them fill all fields. I am so tired. It's like 9 p.m. and I'm already tired. Man. Well, I've been up since 5, but still, that doesn't mean I should be this tired. I am just so dang tired. I can't even do nothing without my eye going shut. Right, so we would say add activity dot this dot on back pressed. Right, so we go back, but we also need to toast. Yeah, I'm not gonna type the whole thing. Hell no. Just paste that there and then say item added. Finished. So this add item has to be done when you click on save. So add item, which is right here. So what we're doing is we're going to check if the inputs are valid. We want to push this stuff in here and then go back, and that should, I think technically I should be finished. That should be it. Monka ace. Did it crash? Hold up, it crashed actually, didn't it? Right, because this is not supposed to be here. Yeah. Just take that away. Alright, perfect. Now it shouldn't crash. Everything should just go fine. I hard coded a long, and I'm getting it. Yeah. So here I can now. I click save. It's like I'll fill all fields. But then if I write this by fish, and then I'm going to say on the 17th. Sure, why not? And I click save. Item added, so I can buy fish, and then if I add another one, buy eggs. 31st. I'm able to. God damn it. Yeah, this is why you check that. I need to clear the list every single time it refreshes, so I don't have to stress over that. Perfect. So buy fish, buy eggs. If I add another one, buy learn how to swim. I want to do that. See on the 17th, right? And save. Learn how to swim. Okay, so it's not messing around with the whole thing. Alright, so technically that's finished. You can't really delete anything, unfortunately. You can just see these things. Buy fish, buy eggs, learn how to swim, add more. This is the most basic do stuff. I'm so lazy. I don't want to do other stuff. I don't want to do anything else to this. I wanted to add like the closer the date is, the different color it is, that kind of thing, but I'm so tired right now and I just can't be bothered. So I'm gonna do that another time. I ain't gonna go through the stress right now. So yeah, that should do it. My god, I need to sleep. 9:30 already. Okay. Well,